the air. Catch it in. Let's go. Let's go.
And welcome back to Keno Sports Compton, Tucson, Arizona. I'm Katie Wurst alongside Danny Ordway, bringing you action for this men's competition here. Bloomsburg in the maroon and IUPUI in the red.
Let's go. Let's go.
And welcome back to Keno Sports Compton, Tucson, Arizona. I'm Katie Wurst alongside Danny Ordway, bringing you action for this men's competition here. Bloomsburg in the maroon and IUPUI in the red.
Let's go, Jake. Do something, kid.
Anna on the restart kick. This one will certainly be short, as Bloomsburg will look to chase for that one, and they take it on the front foot. That was Colby Probst. Elected to play this one on now, and like it was knocked forward. So we'll get for the, actually went to touch on our side, and the line out for IUPUI. The ball taken in the first pod, a very quick transition to move the ball all the way wide, have plenty of space. Look at the speedsters off to the races here. IUPUI with a full head of steam, and looping around now are the Jaguars. Cracking back across the field. Bloom has the chance at this one, and it was knocked on. Now Bloomsburg will have the chance on drum. Saw a lot of speed from IUPUI, Danny. It's definitely going to be something that the Huskies are going to have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, I would say if you can hear on the sidelines here, Bloomsburg is a huge fan base over here, cheering them on as well for defense.
Wonderful, and the Huskies now attack. Some quick ball movement, and now wrestling the ball around, finally brought down. Bloomsburg has numbers towards the end if they can use it, and he'll cut right between the two defenders, slung to the ground. If they can get back and around, they have it set it. And now ball bouncing on the ground, and he did not quite get back around in position, so that coming in from the side. Bloomsburg draws that penalty, as Bloomsburg will take their time. Andrew Aiello, finance major, will move the ball to the middle of the field. Kalbeck now has it in hand. He's well tackled to ground, supports there just in the nick of time through Marcus Morrison, and cutting across two defenders again once more is Aiello, making an impact so far for the Huskies. They got to release the ball now, and they do. Morrison now with ball in hand, and he's well tackled to ground. Went for an elevator ride on that one, and that will be Probst coming around, and then Kalbeck finds just enough of a gap to get through. Probst, he's double tackled now, brought to ground hard as the Huskies still. And a penalty awarded for hanging on to the ball. The support not in the nick of time, and here is a chance for IUPUI. Indiana will tap this one and send in the big man to bulldoze his way through. IUPUI shift it wide, getting out to the speeds again. We've seen them make quite an impact. And a bit of set piece work now coming across is Seth Bronger. And Bronger all the way to the corner, beats the last man in defense. And he will get the done as he centers this one, and IUPUI draws first blood, getting the trot they need, and it certainly will be an easy attempt in this conversion.
Yeah, good read there by Seth. Taking that deep switch, opening up that for himself with a great finish there as well. Bloomsburg looking to maybe spread it wide a little bit. There looked like they were just kind of going straight back into the breakdown.
Yes, we definitely have seen some high flyers for IUPUI. They have been making quite an impact, as conversion attempt is no good. So IUPUI holds on to the narrow lead of one try to so far best the Huskies, who look a bit stunned on this one. They have to make sure that they're reading their outside men because they are electric. Brad Gullinger has been phenomenal, as well as Ryan Arihud. IUPUI's restart. And that ball is taken by the Huskies. Brought to Jared Bomba. And they'll move the ball. Oh, almost picked off. He manages to somehow have it as Kalbach, but he's stripped now. IUPUI driving forward is Levi Hawk. To get to the outside is Bronger, the try scorer from 4. And now rumbling upfield is IUPUI. If you make it happen. Looks counter-ruck there from Bloomsburg. Bodies all over the ground now. And here's a nice outlet pass just at the last-ditch effort. And the ball was ripped by Bloomsburg, but regathered by IUPUI. And that will go back to the knock-on that was first called. Here is an opportunity for Bloomsburg, but IUPUI certainly want to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, Bloomsburg is going to have to look out for number 15, Brad, and 12, who was the try scorer there for Indiana. They were working great together. Bloomsburg with the last fight right there with defense to save the try, going to them to bring the lead up.
They would love to gather this one. Look at the pressure. Now Bloomsburg absorbing it and doing quite well. Finally brought to ground. Looking for option to get out of the danger zone here. And the Huskies are just mingled as the try has been awarded as they flip the man back. And PUI on the board again.
Some great pressure there from Indiana. It's on that try line and just got a nice hit there and just tap all down for bringing the lead to 10-0. Right, and we'll see with the conversion.
And as we know, can turn coal into diamonds, and that's some beautiful stuff. Really, they gave that one up in the knock forward. They were knocking at the door, and IUPUI just pushed them back, and that conversion attempt will be no good. So again, IUPUI 10 points to 0 for Bloomsburg to get on the board. The Jaguars have a man to the outside as they'll drop that ball just over the shoulder of the Huskies as they scoop it up, and he's well tackled. And now, ball in hand, streaking upfield now is Bloomsburg. Bloomsburg has two-man defense. Can he wait for support to arrive? Ethan Lazorka, help he needs right in time. Support towards the outside. Andrew Aiello, smart decision to keep the ball alive, and they'll flick it out to Jared Boomba. Boomba cuts back inside, driving towards the try line. No one will be able to catch him as he centers this one, and the Huskies are on the board.
Great support there all around by Bloomsburg with number 12, Jared, hanging out on the outside, waiting for his moment and cutting back in to get a try.
Jared Boomba from Mayfield, PA, the 22-year-old. And that conversion is good. Those ever important extra points going the way towards Bloomsburg as they narrow that gap. And that will be the time expired on the first half. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more of this contest between IUPUI and Bloomsburg. And IUPUI has the narrow lead. And we're back to the second half at Keno Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona for the men's Division II competition. Is Bloomsburg is closing the gap on IUPUI as they have the restart. Bouncing ball, IUPUI regathers it, but flicks ball to nowhere. An advantage to Bloomsburg, who will play on, and ball in the hands of Ethan Lazorka. A dangerous man to have the ball if you're IUPUI. And now a penalty called on that one. Looked like it was offsides potentially. And Bloomsburg could not ask for a better opportunity here. I'm Danny Ordway alongside me is the Huskies will charge over the line. IUPUI playing staunch defense, trying to push them out. really bring in quite a number of red jerseys. If they can get the ball wide, plenty of numbers towards the outside. A try-line fever going on, and now the ball bounces off the match official, and he streaks over the line. Try awarded to Bloomsburg. IUPUI a little slow start for this one.
Some hard fighting work there for Bloomsburg and a breakdown. Just keep that ball alive after the penalty to get their score on the board.
Bloomsburg will have the attempt on the conversion. It's no good, so Bloomsburg has a narrow 12-10 lead against IUPUI. A bit of sleep in this second half here as Bloomsburg's on the front. One of the tough things about sevens is really maintaining that focus for the entire 14 minutes in play and action. Moment shifts can happen at the drop of a hat. This is one that's gone in the favor of the Huskies as now Bloomsburg gets set through Andrew Aiello. Try to drop this one right at 10 and it bounces over the line. PUI have to look over the shoulder to grab it, and they do. Trying to break one defense. Colby Probst attempts to bring him down. And IUPUI under immense pressure, and they sidestep happens as he streaks upfield. And IUPUI will make good on this try as they have plenty of speed to utilize throughout this contest. That's the best answer you could come up with. That's a nice little bit of individual work there.
Definitely, Bloomsburg had a little bit of shoot up on deep there, and he saw that gap and just took off, using his to his advantage.
Yes, he gets Bloomsburg could have helped to have been a little bit more connected defense, as that attempt for the conversion is good. And they will trade back and forth the lead. IUPUI up by 15-12 for Bloomsburg. Is just trailing, and just like that, they were leading a split second, and now IUPUI is back on the board, finding the answer from a moment's nap they took for the first few minutes. Still plenty of time to play in this half. The outcome is far from decided. IUPUI will make that kick, that drop right on the line, and they have it. And Bloom's taken by Jake Kalbesh, who volunteers as tribute. Have that one. Scooting around now, looking for is Aiello. And now they go the foot through Lazorka. Lazorka off to this is trying to gather this one up. He'll hack it forward again. IUPUI have quite an opportunity if they could step around the defense. Looking for an option. He hefts the ball across, and that one's called a knock forward. Will be issued to Bloomsburg, and the Huskies have an opportunity on this put in. And the scrum, ready to set. A lot of pressure from IUPUI. It goes out the other end of the channel, but very quickly gathered. Quite a tackle, too, by IUPUI. Now, numbers towards the side. And the goose step doesn't fool them defensively, and he gets around the edge. The man to the outside. He'll change direction and head towards the center. And brilliant work done by Jake Kalbach from Lebanon, PA. Education major, and that's exactly what Bloomsburg is looking for as they tack on 5 points. Bloomsburg up now 17-15, and an attempt on the conversion coming up.
Give credit there to Jake for doing some work and centering that try to give the conversion, to them out with a little bit more of a lead here in the end of the game.
Absolutely. But still within an unconverted try, only 4 points up now. But every little bit as the Huskies get set for another restart. Aiello has been brilliant off of the boot from Nutley, New Jersey. And this one a bit deeper now, handled by IUPUI without a problem. He'll cut left and right and finds a gap, breaking forward. And this tackle definitely missed, but he has space to work with as he's chased down. And The chase down important as he couldn't take the angle in. IUPUI comes roaring back with a try. Defense needs to hold strong for Bloomsburg. IUPUI now has the lead again by 1 crucial point at 20. Very tough angle on this conversion.
Yeah, we saw Seth Brogan here at the start of the game with the first try for Indiana, and he is ending this game with another try with we have less than a minute left in this game.
And that attempt is no good. 1 point separates IUPUI from Bloomsburg as we make a couple of tactical substitutions, coming in some fresh legs to get the job done. This day of these knockout rounds, all of this competition is close. We've seen so many go down to the wire at the minute. Some brilliant comebacks so far in this men's Div 2 competition in the USA Rugby College 7 National Championships. IUPUI a lot riding restart here as they drop it right line. About less than a minute or so and change remaining on the clock. Could be even more. Bloomsburg has possession, a bit isolated now as he just passed one defender and they have the support needed. The sweeper tracks back, doing everything he can. So change of direction as he loses his footing. And Bloomsburg, does he have what's left in the tank to get it done? And he does. And the Huskies pull ahead with a dramatic try. Going the distance, coast to coast. Bloomsburg has 24 points up to IUPUI. And elation from the team from Pennsylvania. Here is the conversion. Ever important job, and that conversion is good. And that is the final whistle. To 26 points, Bloomsburg steals this in the last remaining seconds against IUPUI, ending up with 20. And that's the end of this competition. I'm Katie Worst for Danny Ordway and Sports. Stay tuned. We've got some women's elite competition coming up next.